So I want to go in on just the other tactics that the spirit of intimidation uses to get you to question yourself as well as stop you. So oftentimes the spirit of intimidation will use a threat of like ultra violence and intimidation to deter you from your goal. But more times than not, like I said in the previous video, it is a bluff. It's actually a bluff. Like, you know how like animals, and you can study animals too, like animals bluff like a lot. You know, they'll puff themselves up to make it seem bigger as like a warning. That's literally what the spirit of intimidation does. And when you really look and really see it, it's kind of easy to identify and then take down. And again, I need to make a longer form video on this. These are just shorts. But again, the lies. Like I was talking about David and Goliath before, the lies, the lie that the devil used with the creation of the giants. Okay, from a fallen man's perspective, a giant is intimidating, especially if you don't know the lore or the history or where that giant came from. You're just like, oh shoot, there you are. But if the humans had known that they were fallen, that the giants were created on purpose for intimidation. And again, there's so much more to this story. Again, this is a short, so I'm keeping it short. There's so much more. If the primitive humans, our ancestors, had known, and they had known their identity under God, which they didn't, because this was pre-Jesus, then they would understand that, like, oh, you're created on purpose to look a certain way to stop me, to keep me from my destiny, keep me from doing what I need to do. Again, there's so much nuance within, this concept, but that's just another thing that the spirit of intimidation does, is it lies and plays pretend. It's kind of pathetic when you think about it, because how many times have you seen someone try to be intimidating and at first it works, but then they're kind of just like pathetic. It's like you gotta raise your voice. You gotta puff up. You gotta slam stuff. Ooh, that's another thing too. Like, you're so petty, you're slamming stuff. Like, oh, are you okay? Are you upset? It's that kind of thing. It's the same thing. And again, I'm gonna make a longer form video on this to expose. Okay, we're called to expose darkness. So again, let's go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and make part 5. We're gonna talk about how we can really take down the spirit of intimidation.